Welcome to our C programming lecture series. So today we are going to start our third lecture of our C programming lecture series. Now I have opened my this code blocks, and in this tutorial we are going to discuss about variables and constants. So I will create a new project here. I will go to console applications, go, then next I will select C, next, and I will give it a name as I will select any name. I will give my file name as constant. Remember, we don't have to give name exactly matching with the keyword. Const is a keyword, but constant is not a keyword, so I can give any name here and it will be saved on desktop. You can see here it is desktop and it will get saved on our desktop. I will select next, finish, and this is created on our desktop. Now sources, main, and this is our this program. So here we go. Let me erase this, and I will first of all I will discuss variables. So what is variable? Variable is a memory space, and we are assigning a name to that memory space, and that name is a variable. That means variable can hold any number or any character or any string. So variable is an address of a memory that can hold any character or a string, or it can hold also a number. So if I will write here int, what is int? Int means integer. I am going to create a variable of integer type. So I will create a variable x. You can create anything else. I will create x is equal to, say I will write 5. Int x is equal to 5. Now this x is a variable. The value of this variable, we have assigned the value of this variable as 5. Now I will see does it really work or not. So I will write here printf. So when we are going to print this is an integer type data. When we are going to print integer type data, so I will write here %d. So this value gets stored in this %d. How? After these double quotes, I have to write comma. After comma, I will give this variable x that contains our 5 number. This x contains the number 5. So this x value will get into this %d and that will get printed. Why %d? Because this is integer type data. If it is a float type data, then we will write %f. If it is a character type data, then we will write %c. If it is a string, then we will write %s. It's like that. We will check and see our result. So I will run this program. You can see we have got 5 here. Okay. So I have declared a variable of integer type and I have assigned some value 5. This 5 can be changed. We can change it to 6, and if we run this again, our value will get printed here as 6. You can change. This x is actually creating some memory space, and this memory space will get a name of x, and this x will hold this 6. This is like, I will show you in paint. This is like we are creating a memory space. This is a memory space, but this is a memory area of our computer, which we are assigning the name. This area we are assigning the name as x. So I will write this area is represented by x. This is a memory space actually whose name is x, and this x contains value. Whatever we are assigning it here, we are assigning the value of this x as 6, and this 6 will be written here. Basically, this is the process how it works. If we are so we are actually printing x, printing the value of x. We are not printing x, we are printing the value of this x. So the value stored in this x is 6, and that will get printed. So similarly, we can declare float. What is the difference between integer and float? If we write 6.78, if we are going to print this, this will not, this should print 6.78, but this should not print 6.78. I will run it. This will print Only 6. Why? Why is this problem here? This is because our data type is integer. We have to declare it as float. F-L-O-A-T, float. We have to declare it as float, and here we go with this %d. Instead of this %d, we will write %f. It will write 6.7800 something. This is your result, 6.784 times 0. But if we want, it should write only up to 2 decimal places. What we do, we will make a small change here. We want to write only, suppose if we have float of float of x is equal to 6.78579996. If we want to write, suppose we will run it, it will write the value up to 5 decimal places, 1 2 3 4 5. If we want to write the value up to 2 decimal places only, then we have to do like this. We have to write this %f, we have to insert how many decimal places? We will insert only 2 decimal places, but before 2 I have to place a point. %.2f, I will run it, and our result will get only up to 2 decimal places. Now the thing is that why this 9 occurs here? It was only 8, but the value was 6.78, but it is writing 6.79. It is basically rounding off the figure because the value after 8 is greater than or equal to 5. If I will write this value as only 3, then it will write only 6.78. This time it will not run 6.79, this time it will write 6.78. This is our value, 6.78. Similarly, if you want to write it for, if you want to write it for 3 decimal places, you have to write %.3f, and then I have to run it. It will write 6.783 because I have mentioned point 3. Point 3 means up to 3 decimal places. This is 1, 2, and 3. Similarly, I can write point 6 decimal places. So it is giving me the value up to 6 decimal places, 783213. These are the six numbers after this point that are printed here. Thank you. We'll meet in the next tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel, Indus Technologies.